Christina Rader coming at you from Exit Realty Unlimited in Dubuque, Iowa. Today we are going to talk about 3 things you need to know about buyer agency agreements. So you're ready to jump into the housing hunt. Good for you. This is an exciting time for you. You've probably been looking at houses online and decided there's one that's really piquing your interest, and you reach out to an agent. Hopefully that agent was me. And they say, you have to sign a buyer agency agreement. What the heck is this? That's what we're going to dive into here. So starting July 1, 2024, a new law went into effect as a result of a lawsuit settlement. And the intent of this law is to make it abundantly clear how buyer agents are getting paid. Historically, sellers have usually paid buyer agent commissions on behalf of the buyer, and those come out of their selling proceeds. However, the seller does have the option not to pay it. And you'll know this before you make an offer. You'll definitely know whether or not the seller is paying a buyer agent commission. So this agreement just shows you that in the event that the seller is not paying the buyer agent commission, then that would mean that you, the buyer, need to come to the table with that commission in cash. And that's spelled out in this contract. The second thing that's important to note in a buyer agent agreement is that you may be asked to work with the agent exclusively. But you might be saying, wait a minute, I don't even know you. I don't want to be tied to you exclusively. How do I know we're going to work well together? Fortunately, there's a way around that for the getting to know you stage. So there's a couple different things that I like to do when I start working with buyers. And ideally, this is the ideal scenario. Ideally, I would like to sit down with you and whoever else is involved in this house hunting search and get to know exactly what it is you're looking for. I want to know your hobbies. I want to know how you envision living in the house. You know, beyond just the number of bedrooms and bathrooms that you want. I want to know how you're going to live day to day in this house and how the house needs to function for you to fit your lifestyle. So ideally, I want to meet with you for a buyer consultation first. However, there might be a hot house that isn't going to last long, or there could be just extenuating circumstances that don't allow us to meet for a buyer consultation prior to touring the house. Legally, I still have to have an agreement signed, but what we can do is we can meet just for one address, and the contract will just apply for that address, or we could meet and have a contract just for a day. And maybe we see a couple houses, and our contract of exclusivity is just for the day and any houses we see during that day. The short-term contracts, the contracts that are just for one house or just for one day, are just a temporary solution, allowing us to get to know each other better and determine if we want to work together or not. So it's a nice way to have a relationship, start a relationship, and not be tied in if we decide, you know what, this isn't working. The third thing to note, though, about these contracts is even if it's a short-term contract, one day or only for one address, you need to know that when the contract expires, there is a clause in there that says any houses that you looked at may be required to go through that agent that showed you that house to write an offer. So if you would like to schedule a buyer consultation with me, I would love to get together with you. Just reach out by texting me at 563-580-5657 or shoot me a message and we can get that scheduled. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to continue working with me. We might find that we're not a good fit to work together, and that's fine. So again, if you would like to schedule a consultation with me, just reach out at the number below, and I look forward to meeting you. Take care.